CBS News White House and Foreign Affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan is with me now. So, Margaret, the president was in his element last night at that campaign-style rally, if you will. You pointed out that he did not lash out at Sessions last night, though he did not mention his name at all, like he did earlier in the day. Jeff Sessions serves at the pleasure of the president. He can fire him if he wants to, but just map it out for people. What would it mean to Robert Mueller's Russia investigation? What would the fallout be if the Attorney General resigns or is fired?
Well, Robert Mueller's investigation, he is the special counsel in this case, would continue. However, what the president's upset with here is that the Attorney General recused himself. If a new Attorney General is appointed, that would perhaps change the order of succession, so to speak, in that it is the Deputy Attorney General right now, Rod Rosenstein, who has been involved and is sort of taking the reins of this because Sessions said he couldn't or shouldn't be part of this probe due to his campaign ties and all of the history there. So if there's a new AG, that could change that. And this is one of the concerns that those who are deeply skeptical of the president's motivations here are raising, saying, wait a second, is this an attempt in some way, perhaps, to influence or to rein in that investigation in some way? But right now, we're not seeing that. The president, though, is saying and very publicly making these extraordinary public charges to not pick up the phone necessarily and say these things directly to his attorney general, who has been a loyal supporter of his, but rather to go to the public and to shame him or to complain about him, calling him weak, then standing in the Rose Garden of the White House and again talking about his disappointment as Attorney General, but not pulling the trigger. You know, if he feels that truly, why not do something about it? Which is why this question of bullying comes up and whether there is a reason that the president is doing this in this way. If there were some motion to, fire Sessions or pressure Sessions into resigning, the president could try to appoint someone during the congressional recess. But we are told here by Anthony Scaramucci, the new communications director, that right now the president's not looking to do a recess appointment. And we know that Democrats have vowed to block one if the president attempts to do it. So Jeff Sessions is still sort of swinging in the wind. What we are hearing from our Justice Department reporter, Paula Reed, is that she is seeing indications that we could hear from Jeff Sessions some announcements of investigations into leaks related to intelligence that shouldn't have been made or perhaps shouldn't have been made public. So that you could read as a move by Jeff Sessions to do something that the president has criticized him for falling short on, which the president said he's very disappointed that Sessions wasn't going after the leakers that the president thinks are trying to hurt him.
Indeed. So Robert Mueller's investigation, just one of several investigations into Russian meddling in the 2016 election. The Senate Judiciary Committee is holding an open hearing on the Russia investigation. And today, President Trump's former campaign manager, Paul Manafort, has been producing documents for that probe. He is cooperating. What can you tell us about what he's willing to say, what he is saying, whether or not he will testify?
Well, Paul Manafort and his lawyers who are speaking for him at this point have been pretty quiet about what he is willing to say. But you did get this announcement yesterday, an indication from Capitol Hill that they are seeing a change in behavior and approach to this, in that they dropped that subpoena, which was a way to force Manafort to come and to cooperate with Congress. Now we are hearing from the Hill that they're actually getting some cooperation here. They are getting documents, they are getting things and answering questions that they felt they needed to force Manafort to do in the past, and now he's willing to do of his own volition. So we'll have to see what that amounts to. This has already been a significant week because we had the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, speaking behind closed doors to the House and Senate Intelligence Committee. Now you still have these other committees continuing to probe whether there was any form of collusion. And so you are getting now almost 7 months later, after the president first came to office and was, really even for the entirety of the time he's been president, deeply frustrated by these ongoing questions. Now they're starting to get some answers. So you can call that progress.
I will call that progress. Margaret Brennan, thank you very much.